Okay, part two then. A little technical difficulty there on the audio, so on to part two. And this is another listening and talking about stereotypes. And all the adjectives here, there's more than one possibility because the speaker mentions different things that about Americans on TV series and Americans in the news and American tourists in Argentina. She mentions different things, but all of them have to be plural. The plural form because it's Americans, it's plural. So los estadounidenses, Americans, people from the United States, a United Statesen, if that word existed, that's what this would be. Um, in television series are, so anyway, your adjectives need to be plural. So I think she said gordos and tontos, and then the ones in the news, I think she said were ricos and ambiciosos, maybe some other ones. I think she said a few other things. And then tourists in Argentina are materialistas and superficiales, I believe is what she said. So, and there were some other possibilities. But anyway, these all had to be the plural forms of the adjectives. Adjectives always have to agree with what they describe. So the adjective has a base form. For example, gordo would be the base form. And if it's plural, gordos. And if it's plural feminine, gordas. And if it's just one woman, it will be gordas. So the form always has to agree. So don't forget that. Okay. Then this next one is pretty easy. Again, you have three options here. And choose the best answer that relates to the description of the following people. So Maite is 20 years old. She rides a bike and plays tennis. So es atlética, es pasiva, está nerviosa. Well, I think she's athletic. That's probably the best one. Adriana siempre saca buenas notas. She always gets good grades. Buenas notas means good grades. Notas is what we call a false cognate. It looks like it means notes, but it actually means grades that you'd get in a class. So she always gets good grades, so she is smart or clever. Es lista. Okay. And then Julian normally is calm, but tomorrow he has a very difficult exam, so he está nervioso. Be the best there. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. And then Eva y Rosa tienen un virus. They have a virus, so están malas. Son malas would mean that they are characteristically bad people because you use ser in the forms of ser to talk about characteristics of people, ways they generally are. And you use estar to talk about more temporary things, right? So having a virus is something temporary. It's not a characteristic of Eva and Rosa. So we use the form of estar, están. And probably in English we translate this as they are sick. Están malas, we probably say they're sick. They're not feeling well. But that's in very simplistic terms, the main difference between the verbs ser and estar. And of course, these are the plural forms, but son and están are the plural forms of ser and estar. But yes, ser is more for characteristics, and estar is more for temporary things and also locations of people and places. Okay, so Ernesto no es muy interesante, es aburrido. All right, so again, we have a ser estar contraster. We see es aburrido and está aburrido. Well, what's the difference? It's the same thing I just said. Ser, which is es is a form of ser, is a characteristic. He's boring. He's not very interesting, so he's boring. Está aburrido is something temporary, means he's bored, right? So he's boring, he's bored. Characteristic, how he's feeling. Estar is always used for how you're feeling, something that's temporary. When you're bored, that's temporary, but if you're boring, that's a characteristic. And you may think one person's boring, and I may think that that person's not boring, but either way, it's still a characteristic. But to be bored is not a characteristic, it's how you're feeling. That's, again, the main difference between ser and estar. Okay. And then vocabulary and context, the flags. So this is the colors, basically, and you had to listen. I'm not going to play all these. There were too many problems on that. You had a drop-down menu, and you can tell the basic colors: amarilla, azul, roja, amarilla, verde, blanca. So, and all you had to do was listen for the colors. It was pretty simple. This next one also was fairly simple. Very few mistakes here. you had the people and their descriptions, and by process of elimination, you could figure out. I don't think very many people missed anything there at all. Okay, so this one, you had pictures and you had to write two adjectives and not to repeat adjectives. And the only problem here was a lot of people did not make the adjectives agree. They didn't use the right form. So Eduardo is a single man, one man. So you need just singular adjectives. So you could say Eduardo es guapo, fuerte, alto, moreno, really anything, as long as you use the masculine singular form, because it's a man and it's just one person. All right. And then Adriana, okay, so she's a woman, so you have to use the feminine forms. So you would say alta, you could say delgada, you could say pelirroja, roja, but you had to use the feminine form of the adjective. Now remember, some adjectives have only one form. For example, fuerte, it can be used for a man or a woman. Generally, adjectives ending in E will just have the one form. Okay, and this next one is Ana Patricia and Teresa. So these are three women, so you have to use the feminine plural form. So we could say they are listas, estudiosas, guapas. Again, anything as long as you use the feminine plural form, because it's a group of three women. And this last one is a group, but it's a group of men and women. And when it's a group of men and women, you use the masculine form as the default form. And so here you would say, okay, so you could say son alegres, inteligentes, y jóvenes. Jóvenes, you need an accent. So you need the masculine plural form for those. So that was the only problem on this section, was people did not always make their adjectives agree with what they're describing. One man, one woman, a group of women, or a mixed group, or a group of all men. Okay. Again, another listening and a drop-down menu. Here we had colombiana, atléticos, simpáticas, trabajador, bilingüe. Not too many problems here. Usually with the multiple options, the process of elimination, and listening more than once, you can figure that out. So I'm not going to go through all those for you. Okay, now the complete the following with the forms of ser. Now, this is pretty easy. There are really only 5 forms of ser. I mean, there's 6, but the vosotros form we don't use very much in this class. It's only used in Spain, the vosotros form. So the forms of ser, as we all know, are soy, I am, eres, you are, you singular, es, he is, she is, or you are, the formal you. For example, you would say, usted es muy simpático, you are very nice. Okay, and then somos, we are. Sois is you all are. That's the form that's only used in Spain, the vosotros form that we don't really use very much in this class. And then son, which is they are, or you all are. Right? Okay. So all you have to do is put in the right form. So tú eres. Laura, you're from Louisiana, right? And she says, yes, I am from Baton Rouge. Soy de Baton Rouge in Louisiana. So Louisiana is the subject here. ¿Cómo es Louisiana? What is Louisiana like? It's very pretty. It's very sunny. Do you have a picture of your family? Yes. And I guess she looks at it. Tu papá y tu mamá son muy jóvenes. Right? Your dad and your mom, it's the same thing as they. So it's son muy jóvenes. Yes, they are 42 years old. And this is the chico. And this boy is Charlie, my brother. Todos ustedes son muy guapos. You all are very handsome. Okay. All right. This one, not too many problems here, but again, you needed to write questions and use the usted form. You have to use your upside down question mark. And the easiest way to ask someone's nationality is to say, ¿de dónde es usted? Which is abbreviated as UD, period. You can do it that way, or you can write it out. Remember, usted, because this is a formal person, you don't know this person very well. ¿De dónde es usted? Where are you from? All right. Personality of his workmates at NASA. So the easiest way to do this one is ¿Cómo son sus compañeros de NASA? Some people wrote tus, but tus would not be the usted. That would be the tu form. And so you need the usted form. The formal use, that would be sus. ¿Cómo son sus compañeros de NASA? This asks for description. Ser, verb ser, and son is a form of ser, asks for description. So, ¿cómo son sus compañeros de NASA? Planeta favorito, ¿cuál es su planeta favorito? Again, if you said tu planeta favorito, that would be the familiar form, the tu form, and here you had to use the usted, so the formal would be, usted form would be su. This one's pretty easy. ¿Dónde es la conferencia? That's the easiest way to ask that. Where is the conference? Location of events, like a conference or a party or a funeral, you use ser for that. Location of people and places, you use estar, but for events, you use ser. So, ¿dónde es la conferencia? And then you can say, ¿a qué hora es la conferencia? The easiest way to say that. And the same as we do in English. At what time? Literally at what hour? Okay. Okay, here we had a word bank and a dialogue, and you had aburridas, antipática, divertidas, inteligente, perezoso, all adjectives but different forms. So aburridas, for example, is going to have to be a group of all women. Antipática is going to be one woman because then it's an A. Divertidos is a group of either men or a mixed group. It's a masculine plural form. Inteligente is a singular form, could refer to men or a man or a woman. The adjectives ending in E can refer to man or woman, just have the one form. And perezoso would be a man, right? So, no me gusta Penelope. ¿Por qué? Porque es antipática. I don't like Penelope. Why? She's not nice. She doesn't talk to anybody. Okay, and it has to be antipática. It's the only option here. For Penelope, it's the only singular female option, right? Okay, y tus profesoras and your professors, I don't like them either, and so they are, so profesoras are women, so aburridas is the only option that will work. You don't say. Your friend Guillermo, es something he doesn't work or study, so perezoso. He's lazy. Qué interesante, pero ¿te gustan tus amigos Susanita y Miguel? How much name? But do you like your friends Susanita and Miguel? She says, yes, they are very, so say divertidos is the only one that will work there. It's the only plural one. Bueno, and what about me? Tú eres inteligente is the only one left, right? Okay, great. And this is a similar one, kind of running out of time here, so I'm going to skip over this one, but it's the same principle, right? Mis compañeros de clase son, and mis compañeras, that's women, so it's got to be, well, trabajadoras is one that's plural. And the other, there's two other ones that are plural, sociables and blancas. So it's actually sociables. If you put blancas, you probably figure out later you need blancas somewhere else. So by process of elimination, you can figure that out. So sociables y trabajadoras, and again, you just can go on, and then by the process of elimination, you can figure that out. Okay, ser or estar. So remember, ser is for characteristics, and estar is for how you're feeling and where you are, right? So Alfonso es listo y extrovertido. Él es fuerte, pero hoy está débil. All right, so he is smart and he's extroverted. He is strong. Those are all characteristics, so it's es, right? Because he plays a lot of sports. He's strong because he plays a lot of sports. But today, this will be temporary, he's weak because of a virus. So that's estar. That's how he's feeling. He's feeling weak because of the virus. It's something temporary, so it's está. He's very bored because he has to be at home and he can't run or ride his bike. Again, this is temporary. He's bored right now because he's got to stay at home. It's not a characteristic, and so on. Okay. And well, I think I'm gonna have to make a part 3 here because we do need to go through the rest of this. So I will make part 3 to finish this out.